Hey there, life editors! Welcome to another one of our live stream calls. Thank you so much for joining me today. All right, for those of you who are brand new, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Sage Grayson, and I'm a former book editor turned life coach. I help ambitious women edit their habits, routines, and mindsets to balance their happiness at work and home. I'm a life editor, and now so are you. So I'm so happy that you're here today because we have a really fun topic that I think is so important. It's all about goal setting and not just choosing any random goal that comes to your mind. It's about being really intentional and focused with your goals. Because here's the thing. A lot of my clients have really big dreams, and I encourage them to choose big, like outstanding goals and really think about what do they actually want in their life, their business, their health, their finances. What do they really want? And you'll come up with some pretty amazing ideas when you give yourself the freedom to think about what you really want. But here's where the problem starts. A lot of times the goals that they come up with are very vague. It might be like, I want a successful business, or I want to lose weight, or I want to feel happier. What does that mean? What does that mean exactly? Like, if you want a successful business, do you consider it a successful business if you earn $1? If you earn $1,000, I don't know. If you just keep it vague like that, how will you know if you've actually got that successful business? Or if you want to lose weight, how much weight do you have to lose? Does getting a haircut count as losing weight? I don't know. It's too vague. And if you want to be happier, what does that mean? Does that mean you can't be happy unless you live in a mansion or live in Hawaii or something like that? No. So what I try to do with my clients, and I want you to do this today too, during this live stream, I want you to be very specific with your goals. And we're going to do that by using a technique called SMART goals. And I know you've heard that before from me on this channel and from other productivity gurus out there. But even though you might have heard of SMART goals, how many of you are actually using SMART goals? Maybe not a lot. Or you're kind of getting mixed up about what's a goal, what's a project, what's a task. And we're going to clear up all of that confusion during today's call. So if you have used SMART goals before, I want you to leave a comment. Even if you're watching this replay later, go ahead and leave a comment and let me know, have you used SMART goals? And did they work for you? Were you able to reach those goals better than those vague, ambiguous goals that maybe you've had in the past? And if you have a SMART goal that you're working on right now, leave it in the comments so we can keep you all accountable. All right. So before we get into the different types of SMART goals, and I've got plenty of examples to share with you today. I don't know about you, but when I see examples of other people's goals and other people's plans and other people's like marketing and business ideas, it helps me a lot. It helps me a lot to have examples. So I've got some examples that even if it's not your exact same goal, you'll be able to tweak them and use the ideas for whatever it is that you're working on. All right, so we're going to achieve more by setting SMART goals, and I've got great examples for you. But before we get into the different types of SMART goals, I want to be absolutely clear the difference between goals, projects, and tasks. Because I see a lot of people online, it happens to my clients too, getting those words kind of muddled. Like you think you set a goal, but you actually set a project. Or you think you're doing a task, but it's really too big and it's going to take you too long. It's a project. And I want it to be really clear so you know what you're working with. Okay, so before we get into the SMART goals, let's talk about goals, projects, and tasks. A goal is a measurable result that you want to achieve, and it is made up of many projects. So it's the big overarching umbrella category, whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. That's what your goal is, and it has a measurable result. If your goal is too vague, like we talked about, like successful business, like there's no measurable result to that. So it's not a clear goal. And one way you can tell that you have a goal is that your goal is not just one item that you're working on. Your goal is made up of many projects. So here's an example of a goal. This goal is, I will earn $20,000 from my coaching program in the next 12 weeks. So that is very specific. That is measurable. You will be able to measure that goal, seeing like, did you earn $20,000? Was it in the 12-week time frame? Was it from your coaching program? So it's all very, very specific and measurable. But when you look at that, earn $20,000 from your coaching program in the next 12 weeks, you can tell there's a lot of things under there. There's customer service, there's client outreach, there's blogging and newsletters, there's other types of marketing, there's social media, there's all sorts of stuff underneath that big goal. So I hope that's clear. A goal is a measurable result that you want to achieve, and it's made up of many, many projects. Okay? All right. Speaking of projects, a project is a smaller part of your ultimate goal, and it is made up of many, many tasks. So a project under that same goal of earn $20,000 in your coaching program in the next 12 weeks might be finish the sales page, make a plan for warm letters, or update your funnel sequence in Kajabi, which is my CRM, my customer relationship management program that I use. So you can tell with those things, they are all related to the ultimate goal. Finish the sales page is related to the goal of earning $20,000 in your business in the next 12 weeks. Make a plan for warm letters is related to that goal. See, the projects are underneath your goals. Update your funnel sequence in Kajabi is underneath your goal of earning $20,000. But you can tell that these projects have many, many parts to them. So finish the sales page is not just a one and done thing. There are many, many components to a sales page. The headlines, the colors, the fonts, whether you have videos or not, frequently asked questions, bullet points, different headings and sections. Like the sales page is made up of lots and lots of different things, and each of those are tasks. Or make a plan for your warm letters. There are many, many tasks and steps within a warm letters plan. It's doing your brainstorming for names. It's categorizing them, A, B, C, D. It's finding your A people. It's writing your warm letters for your clients. It's writing your warm letters for your gatekeepers. And then making a plan of sending those out as direct messages or emails or however you want to reach out warmly. And then it's the follow-up sequence. So like a warm letter campaign has many, many, many tasks in them. Okay. One problem I see is that people choose a project thinking it's their ultimate goal. So you might have a project that is, I don't know, like launch your new program. If you have like a digital course or something, so launch your digital course. That might be a goal, but actually it's usually a project under a larger goal. And the one way you can differentiate a goal between a project is to ask yourself, why? Why are you doing this? What is the ultimate result or reason that you're doing that? What is the purpose of this? And you can also say like, you want this so that blank. So you might launch your new digital course so that you can earn X amount of money in your business. That's the big overarching goal. And everything is leading to that goal of earning money. And launching your business, your course is just one project of that ultimate goal. Or you might say like, okay, like you want whatever it is, 10,000 followers on YouTube, 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. But why? Or you want 10,000 subscribers on YouTube so that, and that will lead you to your ultimate goal. So the goal isn't to get that number on whatever social media platform you're on. It's because getting that number on social media will help you reach an ultimate goal of earning X amount of money through whatever brand deals or from AdSense or from getting people on your list and buying your programs. So that project is just part of the bigger goal. So your bigger goal, usually for most people, for most of my clients, it has to do with money for your business. So leave a comment if you're having trouble differentiating between a goal and a project, and I can help you figure it out. All right, the last one I want to talk about is tasks. And tasks are a teeny tiny action step from a project. And ideally, your tasks will each take 10 minutes or fewer to complete. And the reason you do that is so that you don't ever get stuck. You're never wondering, well, what am I doing next? You always have your list of teeny tiny tasks to do that lead to finishing your project, that lead to you accomplishing that goal. So here are some examples of tasks. You might upload the video to the sales page. See how that's a teeny tiny thing to do? You might send one warm letter. That's one email. So that'll take 10 minutes. Or you're going to add an auto tag to the contact when somebody fills out the application. So that's something you do in Kajabi on the back end. You just add a tag in there. Again, all of these things take just minutes to do. That's why they're called tasks. If you are working on a task, but it's taking longer than 10 minutes, or it has multiple steps, it's actually a project and not necessarily a single task. And I get very, very granular with my tasks for my projects. I use Asana, which is a project management software, but I've also used Trello and ClickUp, and there's a million of them out there. I recommend making checklists and templates for your projects that you do over and over again. So for me, that's like publishing a video, that's writing a blog post, that's doing one of these live streams. And then I map out all of the little tasks underneath those projects. So doing this live stream is obviously a project for me because there's lots of little tasks involved, like doing the thumbnail, uploading it to YouTube, linking up with StreamYard, adding in all the links, like making it into a blog post. There's lots of little things involved with it, but it leads to my ultimate goal, which is to earn X amount of money through my business by promoting my business on social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook. So keep your tasks under 10 minutes and map them all out. So when I'm doing a live stream, I just duplicate the project template. So I have a live stream template. I just duplicate it, and it duplicates all of the little tasks in the checklist. And I have something like 30 different tasks associated with a live stream. And then with a video, because a pre-recorded video needs editing and there's a lot more tasks to go along with that, I think I have somewhere around 60 or 70 tasks for a video. And a blog post, I have maybe like, I don't know, somewhere around 30 or 40 tasks. Your tasks are going to be different, but break them down to teeny tiny tasks. That way, if you've only got 10 minutes in between calls, you can still do something in your business by doing one of those tiny tasks and moving things forward. I find this to be really true for people who have lots and lots of calls during the day. So they're always being pulled in different directions, or for moms who, again, are pulled in a million directions with their kids and appointments and meetings and whatnot, that they have to break everything down into tiny 10-minute or fewer tasks, because that's all the time that they have. Like, they don't get an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours of luxurious time to just work. They have to move things forward in the little bits and pieces and breaks that they get throughout the day. Leave a comment and let me know if that's true for you. Do you have like a batching or a time blocking schedule where you get these huge chunks of time to work on specific projects? Or do you have to use a pacing schedule, which is what I do, because I have so much going on during the day. I just have to get things done in bits and pieces, in little 10 minutes here and 10 minutes there. So let me know in the comments what your schedule looks like and whether or not that's working for you. All right. Let's recap one more time before we move on to SMART goals. A goal is a measurable result that you want to achieve, and it's made up of many projects. A project is a smaller part of your ultimate goal, and it's made up of many tasks. And a task is a tiny action step from your project, and ideally each task takes fewer than 10 minutes to complete. So you've got lots of tasks at the bottom of your period that make up your projects, and you have fewer projects. And then those projects make up your ultimate goal. And most people have 1 to 3 goals that they're actually working on at a time. So goals at the top, filled with projects, filled with tasks. Make sense? For those of you who have taken my Edit My Life Planner mini course, this is very familiar for you. Okay, now let's move on to SMART goals. And I know many of you have heard of SMART goals before, but how many of you are actually using them? And I'm not trying to judge. I think we get busy, or we think of the goal that we want, but we don't take the time to make sure that it's measurable or realistic. We're just kind of caught up in the fairy tale of it all. And that's okay. I want you to dream big. I want you to stretch yourself. I want you to be daring with your goals. We don't like wimpy goals around here, but you are going to be so much more likely to reach your goals if you take the time, and it really just takes a few extra minutes to rewrite your goals as SMART goals. Here's what we mean by a SMART goal. A SMART goal is specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time limited. So let's go through each of those. Specific. Your goal must be specific. Like we said at the beginning of this live stream, if it's vague, like I want a successful business or I want to feel happier. If it's not specific, then like, how do you know if you've made it? Does $1 count? Are you a successful business after earning $1? I don't know. You tell me. So we want to make sure your goals are very, very specific. And related to that is your goal must be measurable. So that means we should be able to look at your goal and measure the outcome. Like, did you do this thing? Yes or no? Or if you wanted whatever, you wanted 10 new clients, but you got 8 clients, like, can we measure that? So you should be able to put some kind of numbers or values or items like related to the measurement part of your goal. So if you say something like, I just want to be happier, that's not a good enough goal because there's no way to like gauge, are you happier? We're going to get to those ambiguous goals in just a minute. Okay, next part of your SMART goal is actionable. And that means your goal must be actionable by you. That means that you must be in control of whether or not you reach this goal. You have to be in control of taking actions to get closer to this goal, not somebody else. So if you have a goal that's like, oh, I wish my mother-in-law wasn't so mean, well, you have no control over her or her actions. Or, oh, I wish my manager would just promote me already. You don't have any control over their actions. There are things that you can do, but you can't control other people. So a lot of times, like, I will come up with a goal that, and you saw this in my other goal video, which I will link below. I did a goal video for September about my ultimate goals for my business. And my goal was that I want 10 total people in my Goodbye 9 to 5 program. I've got 4 so far, and we still got half the month to go. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. So I want 10 people in my Goodbye 9 to 5 program, but I cannot control people. I cannot reach out to them and say, okay, click that button, give me your credit card, let's do this. I can't make people sign up. They have to do it themselves. But there are things that I can do on my end to get closer to that goal. So my goal is to earn X amount of money per month. And my goal, my project under that is not to get 10 people into my program. The actual projects is what I can do. It's the marketing that I can do, the outreach that I can do, the videos that I can produce, the emails that I can send, the warm letter campaigns. So the ads that I can publish, all of those things I'm in control of. It's actionable by me. It may result in people signing up for Goodbye 9 to 5. It may not. But the point is that I'm in control of it and I'm not waiting for other people to decide my destiny or to take action. So when you're looking at your goals, make sure they are actionable by you and you're not relying on other people to take action because you can't control other people. The next part of a SMART goal is it must be realistic. And I love you guys. I love you guys so much, but you will be happier and more content if you choose realistic goals. Of course, I want you to stretch yourself. Of course, I want you to dream big. But let's say you have never earned money from your business, like you are literally starting your business today. Are you going to earn $1 million by the end of this year, in the next 3 months? Probably not, unless you sell something like that's really, really costly or some magic thing happens. You're probably not going to earn $1 million by the end of the year. So I don't want that to be your goal. Because if you choose unrealistic goals and you start chugging away and working towards them, you're just going to be defeated because you're not going to be making much progress. It's going to always feel like it's all the way out there on the horizon and you're never, ever getting closer. There's no light at the end of the tunnel when you choose unrealistic goals. Here's another one. Let's say you never work out, eat a lot of junk food. Hey, it happens to all of us. And you just like to sit on the couch. Are you going to become a world-class athlete in the next 3 months? Probably not. And I say this with love. Yes, I want you to stretch yourself with your goals, but there's a difference between stretching yourself a little bit while still choosing a realistic goal versus going totally out there and choosing a astronomical goal that even you don't actually believe you would ever reach. So let's start small, let's start realistic so that you can feel that energy of completion. Like once you reach a realistic goal, you're going to feel so good. You're going to believe in yourself. You're going to have more self-confidence. You're finally going to be keeping the promises that you make to yourself. And that's what we want. So then you create new goals and keep reaching them. If you create unrealistic goals, you're never going to reach them. And then you're just going to give up on goal planning entirely. Okay. Here's one last thing I want you to think about for your SMART goals, and that's T. Your SMART goals must be time limited. And that means there must be a deadline on them. For me and most of my clients, we do 12-week planning. This is also what we do in the Goodbye 9 to 5 program. We work in 12-week chunks. And the reason that I do that is because 12 weeks is a short enough time to feel urgent, like the clock is always, always ticking. And it's a long enough amount of time to get sustained results. So if you start doing outreach to get people into your program now, 12 weeks from now, yeah, you are absolutely going to see people in your program. You're absolutely going to be making money. Whereas if it was only like a 3-week or a 4-week program, you would really have to hustle your buns to get money quickly like that. So whatever it is, like even weight loss, if you give yourself a month to lose weight, you might not even see results after a month. But you give yourself 3 months, you're going to have those sustained new habits. You're actually going to be seeing some results and you're going to be feeling better too. So I recommend my clients, when they're creating their own programs, to think about making it 12 weeks, because that is enough time to see results while still feeling urgent. Okay, so those are the components of a SMART goal: specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time limited. Now that we know the components of a SMART goal, let's talk about 3 different kinds of SMART goals. And you may have all of these different kinds of SMART goals in your life and business right now, or you might only be working on one type of SMART goal. So don't feel like you have to have all of these different goals, but let's take a look at what's important to you right now for the rest of the year, for the rest of 2022. Leave a comment and let me know how many of you have actually started planning your goals for the end of 2022. So we got October, November, and December coming up. And I got to tell you, as a coach, that's like a big time for me. I get a lot of sales at the end of the year. I think people are thinking about they're in that back to school season. Even if they haven't been in school in decades, it still feels like kind of like a renewal, getting back to basics, focusing on yourself, getting cozy. And a lot of people are realizing like, whoa, I kind of didn't do anything most of the year. And they're realizing that they're not closer to their goals. So they kind of use the last 3 months of the year as a big push to get some results in before January. All right, let's talk about 3 kinds of SMART goals. The first SMART goal I want to talk about is outcome goals. And this is a really common type of goal. I see this a lot. So an outcome goal are goals that have a distinct endpoint. They have a distinct outcome, hence they're called outcome goals. You hit the goal and you're done. You don't continue to meet that goal over and over and over again. So you ran the marathon. Boom, you hit that goal. You're not running a marathon every day for eternity. Or you hosted the event, you hosted the wedding or whatever it is. Bam, the event is over. You're not hosting a wedding every day forever and ever and ever. It's a one-time thing. You hit it and you're done. Or you published that book. So you did all of the work, you got your book published, bam, the book is in stores, or it's online, where people can literally buy your book. You are not republishing that same book over and over and over again. So that's an outcome goal. Boom, you hit it once and you're done with that goal. You reached that goal. Hurrah, hurrah. Leave a comment and let me know, is there an outcome goal that you are working on where you're going to get to that thing, you're going to finish that event, you're going to get that thing completed, and then it's done. That is the goal. You're not doing it over and over again for all time. The second kind of SMART goal I want to talk about is a process goal. And a process goal are goals that establish a new habit or a new way of being. So An example of a process goal might be you set up a morning routine so that you're meditating every morning forever. See, it's a process. Don't do it once and then never meditate again. You're setting up a new habit, a new way of being that you're going to be doing it forever. Or maybe you send an email to your subscriber list every Friday forever. You don't do it once and then be like, all right, I emailed my list once. I never have to email again. No, you do it over and over and over again. Or maybe you move $50 into your savings account every paycheck forever. I think you're getting the idea of a process goal. It is a process. You are establishing a new habit. You are establishing a new way of being. So for many business owners, like you are working with process goals, like you want to create something that you're going to be doing over and over and over again. So sending those emails, or you want to earn whatever, $10,000 a month forever. You don't want to like earn $10,000 this month and never earn a penny again. No, you want to establish different projects that are going to help you earn your goal of $10,000 a month going forward over and over and over and over again. Leave a comment and let me know, do you have a process goal? Or have you ever set a process goal? Like maybe you wanted to establish a morning routine and now you do have a morning routine and you do it over and over and over again. Or maybe you wanted a routine of going to the gym and now you do go to the gym, whatever, twice a week, every week. Or maybe like for me, I meal plan and prep every Sunday. So then all week long, I have food to eat. And I just been doing that over and over again forever. So leave a comment and let me know if you have a process goal, either that you've established before or that you're working on now. And the final type of SMART goal I want to talk about are ambiguous goals. So I'm going to be realistic here. Like you might have some of those goals we talked about at the beginning. Those, I want to feel happier. I want a successful business. And it doesn't have clear measurements. We can fix this. So if you have a goal that's like, I want to feel less anxious, I want to be more productive, I want to feel happier, you could have that as your goal. But the way that you can make sure you actually reach that goal is by putting some way to score that goal. And I know you think like, well, I don't want to score being happy. I don't want to like score feeling anxious. But really, it doesn't diminish the feelings around the goal. And it makes it easier to know whether you're doing stuff that's helping you reach that goal or doing stuff that's harming you. And that's the only way that you can make changes. So here are some examples. If you want to feel happier, you can score yourself every single day in your planner. My Edit My Life planner has a habit tracker in there where you can actually score yourself if that works for you. But most planners have some kind of like habit tracker or some way that you can track yourself every single day, depending on what it is that you're doing. So if you want to feel happier, you can score yourself from 1 to 10 every day in terms of your happiness. So 1 is like, the world is ending. I'm staying under the covers all day long. Whatever. It's a horrible, horrible day. And a 10 is you just like won the lottery and you're the happiest person in the world. So you can score yourself every day from 1 to 10 in terms of your happiness level, or in terms of your productivity or whatever it is. And then your goal could be that you want to score yourself a 7 or higher in terms of happiness 75% of the days of the month. So you can score yourself every single day for a month. And then at the end of the month, figure out what percentage were 7 and above in terms of happiness. And was it greater than 75%? Make sense? Let's say you have a goal like you want to feel less anxious. You could again score yourself from 1 to 10, where like 1 is you're feeling cool and collected and not anxious at all. And 10 is like you're so anxious, your head is going to explode, you're just screaming and going nuts. So score yourself 1 to 10. And for an anxious person, your goal might be, I want to score a 4 or lower in terms of anxiety per day for 75% of the days this month. So then score yourself every single day. Were you 4 or less in terms of anxiety every single day? And was your ultimate goal 75% or more? Does this make sense? Leave a comment if this isn't making sense. But it's okay to have an ambiguous goal, but figure out a way that you can score yourself. So if you want to be more productive, is there a way to score yourself? Like, can you track the hours where you are doing productive work? Or if you do like a Pomodoro timer, I have a great llama Pomodoro timer on my YouTube channel. If you do, how many Pomodoros would make you feel productive? Do you do 3 Pomodoros and that makes you feel productive for the day? So you give yourself a star. So you can give yourself a star for every day of the month that you do 3 Pomodoros or more. And then at the end of the month, if you want to see, did I do 20 days or more with at least 3 Pomodoros? So 20 stars across the calendar. I hope this is making sense because I know a lot of people come up with these ambiguous goals and then they never think about how they can score themselves and make it a SMART goal. And so they just give up. They're like, there's no way to track this. So who knows if this is working? Leave a comment and let me know, how do you score yourself when you come up with an ambiguous goal? Like for me, I don't normally do the 1 to 10 scale. I normally do like, this is like a yes, whether that's like 3 Pomodoros or 5 comments a day or whatever it is. This is the yes. And remember, it's an action that you can take. And if I hit that, then that's a yes for the day. Make sense? Okay. Recapping 3 different types of SMART goals: outcome goals, process goals, and ambiguous goals. There are probably other types of SMART goals. And if you know other types of SMART goals, leave a comment and let me know. I would love to start a discussion about all the different ways that you can plan your goals. And I also want to hear, do you have more outcome goals, more process goals, more ambiguous goals? Let me know in the comments. Okay. So we know the difference between goals, projects, and tasks. We know what SMART goals are, and we know 3 different types of SMART goals. Now it's time to choose your goals for the next 12 weeks. So we are heading into October imminently. So we've got October, November, December for the rest of 2022. And even if you're watching this replay later, this is how you do a 12-week plan. And you can start a 12-week plan anytime you want. You don't have to wait till like the start of the seasons or lining it up with the calendar. What I want you to do first is to do a goals brain dump. So I want you to get out some paper or open a notes app or whatever it is and just brain dump all of the ideas that you have for goals for the rest of the year, for the next 3 months. And you can call it a 3-month plan, a 12-week plan, 90-day plan, whatever you want to call it. So just let the ideas flow. Don't try to censor yourself. Don't like stop yourself and be like, oh no, I can't reach that in 3 months. Just brain dump it all out. Just get it all out. And I want you to think about anything you want to be, anything you want to do, anything that you want to have in any area of your life. So ideas for different areas of your life: business goals, health goals, financial goals, relationship goals, hobby goals, career goals, home goals, spiritual goals, any area of your life. Think about the goals that you want and just brain dump it all out. Don't try to categorize, just let it flow. Once you're done with your brain dump, I want you to look at all of those goals, and you might even want to highlight them or put a star next to them or whatever, and indicate the goals that are most important for the next 3 months. And anything that's really not important for the next 3 months, that's going in your parking lot. And I have a few videos on my YouTube channel where I talk about your parking lot. That's where you put goals and tasks and projects that you want to keep safe and you don't want to forget about. So it could be like a notes app or something like that, or a piece of paper. You write it down in your parking lot and you're keeping them safe and sound, but you're not driving them yet. Get it? That's why it's called a parking lot. You are parking those goals and you will come back to them later. You promise. They're going to be safe and sound in your parking lot, because I don't want you to forget about your good ideas, but you don't have to drive every single good idea now. Okay. Once you go through all of your goals, you highlight or star the ones that are most important for the next 3 months. I would like you to limit yourself to 1 to 3 goals. And I know that might be hard for some of you. You'll be like, Sage, I have 20 goals here. But I don't want you to spread yourself too thin and get burned out by trying to work on 20 goals at once. You will be much happier if you focus and devote your attention to 1, 2, or 3 goals in the next 12 weeks. You'll be more likely to actually reach those goals than kind of half-assing a whole bunch of them. trust me on this. Normally, when I start working with a new client, they'll come up with like 10 goals for the next 12 weeks. And I'll gently try to have them limit themselves. But if they really dig in their heels and they're not going to budge, then I let them do the 10 goals for the 12 weeks. And usually by the end of the 12 weeks, they barely made progress on any of them. And they're like, oh, okay, I get it now. I will choose 1, 2, or 3 goals for the next 12 weeks and really focus your attention on them. That's exactly what I want you to do for your life. I've given this analogy a million times, so I'm going to do it one more time. I want you to treat your goals in your life like a boutique store, not a big box store. So a big box store like Walmart or Target does thousands and thousands of different things. You can get makeup, you can get clothes, you can get food, you can get auto parts, you can get all sorts of stuff at a big box store. But the quality is kind of meh. It's not great quality, but they do a million things. Whereas if you go to a boutique store that does one thing exceptionally well, like selling cocktail dresses or whatever it is, it does one thing very, very well, you're going to get much better quality. So I want you to treat your life like a boutique, choose 1 to 3 goals for the next 12 weeks, and really focus all of your attention on them. You'll get better results. You'll be happier. You'll actually complete those goals rather than spreading yourself too thin and half-assing it. Right? Sound good? Okay. Here are some examples for your SMART goals. So go through your list, highlight the ones that are important in the next 12 weeks, and then rewrite 1, 2, or 3 of them into SMART goals. So here are some examples. I will increase my business income to an average of $5,000 per month so that I can quit my job. And that is the goal of nearly everyone in my Goodbye 9 to 5 program. And if that is one of your goals, then click the link below and apply now for Goodbye 9 to 5. Here's another one. I will rate my happiness at a 7 or higher for 90% of the days so that I can regain my passion. Yes. One more. I will lose 30 pounds of fat weight so that I can have energy to play with my kids. Yes, yes. Your turn, life editor. I've got some homework for you. I want you to leave a comment, whether you're watching the replay or you're here live, and write down your SMART goals for the next 12 weeks. If you've got to go do your brain dump and come back and do that. Leave a comment and share your SMART goals. Remember, specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time limited. And think about whether it's an outcome goal or a process goal. If you do find that it's an ambiguous goal, do a little work and find a way to score yourself. Great. We'll keep you accountable here in the comments. Or if you need a little bit more help and you don't want to blast your goals all over the internet, then just send me an email at sage@sagegrayson.com and I would love to help you with your goals. All right. That's all that I have right now. And I don't see any other comments coming in. But as I say, every time we do a live stream, I do come back and read the comments and interact with you. So go ahead and leave a comment, even if you are watching this replay later. And I am so looking forward to hearing what your goals are for the next 3 months. I'm actually working on my goals for the next 3 months. As I said in my recent video, I had a lot of changes to my business. So I have specific September goals, and then I am regrouping for October, November, December for the last 12 weeks of the year. So I will be sure to share my new goals with you too as we head into the fall. Life editor, thank you so much for being here. I am wishing you so much luck as you create your new, refined, crystal clear goal plan. And again, leave a comment or send me an email if you have any concerns or if you're getting stuck. And of course, I got to plug my new program. If you have a goal to earn a full-time income from your business so that you can either quit your day job or keep it and earn a double income, then I would love to see you in my new Goodbye 9 to 5 program. I will leave the link below in the description so that you can apply now and join us as we earn full-time incomes from our businesses. All right, that's all I got. Thanks again for being here for the live stream, and I will talk to you again real soon. Bye.